Hello, I'm Justin with Waves and Wheels, and today we're going to go over some of our products and installation processes. We're going to start out with the S1 and our S2. Starting out with the S1, it's going to come in this package. It's also going to be provided with the needed fasteners. The S1 has several purposes. First and foremost, depth. The S1 allows you to install a 6.5 to 7 inch driver in a location where you may not have been able to install it before, giving you the extra depth for an upgraded speaker or a radar arch or side panel, anywhere that sound quality would definitely be improved, but maybe you don't have the mounting depth of the area to do so. With the S1, it gives you a full inch of space. It's UV treated, very durable product, comes in white, but is also able to be painted or wrapped in vinyl. It's a very useful product. It can be used once again for depth, aesthetics. Once again, this very vessel it's going in, it's got white side panels. We wanted to bring some red trim in, so we wrapped them with vinyl and also acquired the space that we needed. Also, for a do-it-yourselfer, they're great if you already have a hole or a speaker hole and don't quite have the diameter. Maybe you're using a 6 or a 6.5 that's got a slightly smaller basket. With the S1, it brings it out from the outer diameter of the hole, allowing the magnet to taper in and preventing you from having to do any cutting. The S2 is the same process. Now with the S2, it's designed for 2 speakers versus 1, hence the S2. Now the S2 gives you 1.5 inches of space in the center and 1 inch on the outsides. And also it has a nice look, aesthetic look. You can paint and also cover in vinyl and use for any type of application. And it does come with provided fasteners as well. And we'll go over the installation processes of these products as well. Okay, so before we start the installation on the S1 and the S2, grab your header that comes with the package, and inside the header is the manual. It's going to go over all your steps that we're going to talk about right now. First and foremost, pick a good, safe location. Make sure you look behind the mounting holes, or if there's no hole at all, make sure that you do some research. Make sure you have adequate depth for your fastener, your cutting device, and the speaker itself with the S1. Make sure that there's no rigging tubes, fuel, water lines, electrical. Make sure you're in a good, safe spot. Secondly, once you've picked that location, grab you some painter's tape, lay it out. It makes a huge difference if you happen to make an accident or slip. It can save the vinyl, it can save the fiberglass, it can save the custom paint, so on and so forth. So pick out your spot, use your S1 or your S2 as the template once your painter's tape is laid down. Pre-drill the hole. Obviously you need to pre-drill a hole large enough for your bit to fit in, whether you use a RotoZip, jigsaw, or air saw. I prefer an air saw myself, but whatever works best for you. Then once the hole is cut out, double check your fit. You can take your speaker and your S1, line it up to the appropriate hole. It does have pre-drilled holes in the S1, but because there's so many different manufacturers out there, you may have to pre-drill a new mounting hole through the S1, and that's fine. Your speaker actually sandwiches the S1 and the S2 to the surface. So you can take your stainless steel fasteners that come with the S1 and the S2s, pre-drill your hole. We suggest using a 7/64, and you have to pre-drill or you will split fiberglass, gel coat, or paint and cause problems down the road. So you can very simply pre-drill your holes, line up your S1, center it, line in your number 6 stainless screw, and then work it into the pre-drilled hole. It'll sandwich nice and tight. We suggest minimum 4 fasteners, and we provide more than that. And that works great for the S1 or the S2. We're also going to send some images of the installation so you can get more of a visual. Okay, now that we have all our holes pre-drilled and the speaker is ready for installation, I'm going to grab the driver, double check my drilled holes, confirmed we're all lined up, looking good. Now we're going to take our marine grill line it up to the driver for the proper fitment. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed one fastener through the grill into the speaker. So the fastener actually sandwiches the grill against the speaker and the speaker against the S2 or S1 and then into your structure. As you can see, we've pre-drilled through the S2 into the structure. And backtracking a little bit, some of these holes are going to match up to your speaker of choice. Others are not. So in this case they did not, so we went ahead and pre-drilled our mounting holes to fit the driver we're using for this particular application. Okay, now that we have our holes pre-drilled in the inner diameter cut out for the driver itself, we've confirmed the alignment of the driver and the grill. We've sat the grill on top of the driver. I'm going to go ahead and take one fastener and I'm going to pass it through the driver. This is going to help me get the speaker aligned. I'm going to connect the positive and negative on the driver itself. Confirm that the terminals are the proper size and correct fitment. We've got a good, nice, tight fit. So we're ready to go. Now I'm going to align the first hole. Slide the driver and the grill back on the fastener. Set my clutch back on the fastener so I don't strip out that stainless screw fastener. And you can hear it grabbing into the aluminum. If you're working on a fiberglass arch, you're going to find they're a little bit easier to work with than an aluminum arch, but same principles apply with an aluminum arch. It just takes a little bit more time. I'm going to go to my next fastener hole. It's all pre-drilled, so it's going to be a nice fit. Nice, snug tension. Now that I've put the last fastener in, the S2 is properly installed and ready to go.